I think it just enhances your own worldview and your own understanding of perspectives that are beyond your own. It helps you maybe to come into your identity. What is it I believe? Um, without getting too heavy or anything. It's a way to socially connect with other kids who you might not otherwise connect with if how your peer group forms um, may suddenly become very different, by just the mix of kids that you might not have expected to have anything in common with, then suddenly you realize you do have some things in common. I think it's been great to see connections happening intergrade, so when you have senior students mentoring younger students or just the sharing of ideas so younger students aren't intimidated by the senior years, and there's social connections that happen in clubs that would not happen otherwise, because where would they be interacting if it wasn't for clubs or sports? Um, in terms of specifically cultural, social justice, I just think as a as a member of the human race, it's just important to be aware of social justice, and to consider those issues, and for students to challenge themselves and maybe take those things home with them, and see, they could be possibly educating even their families about some of the things they're learning through those experiences. Certainly, I know it's helped students with their post-secondary plans. Some of them have made decisions based on clubs and club involvement that might have taken them away from the track that they were originally on, that might have been just purely academic, and now they're feeling actually that they can merge something academic with something that they just feel personally quite passionate about, and go into university programs, or, like I said, join NGOs or get involved somehow. And just maybe to develop more as a whole person. If you are looking at personal development, religious clubs, I mean, that's very personal. It's not for everybody, but I know some of these kids do maybe come into their own understanding of what it is they believe on a faith basis, as opposed to what they were just taught growing up in their homes, that now they're starting to ask these questions for themselves and share that with their peers beyond their families, where maybe this is something that was more just confined to their families. It's hard to say, but I think there's a lot of enrichment that comes from all these types of clubs.